In our case, we spend at least a month anywhere we go. And that really is completely different from buying a round trip ticket for 2 weeks to a location and then trying to cram in as many fun activities as you possibly can. Nothing wrong with that. I call that a vacation. And since we're retired, we just buy one-way tickets. We're retired nomads. We buy one-way tickets to wherever we want to go. And then we stay for at least a month, sometimes 2, and sometimes perhaps in the future even longer. So we are nomadic, but we're slowly going from different place to place. So the staying longer is the big difference between regular travel and slow travel. And the other part is about quality over quantity. So we're not trying to cram in many activities. We're sort of just going at a reasonable pace and exploring the place we're in and creating meaningful experiences because we're going more slowly. So that's the second key point. And then we're living like a local. So we're not staying in fancy hotels. Now, we are staying in some cases in a nice condo. And in some cases, we're staying in a house instead of apartment. So we are living like a local. We're not staying at the Marriott. We're not staying at the Hilton. We're staying at these extended stay type situations so we can walk to the grocery store, we can buy our groceries, we can cook our dinner if we want to, and we can chill out in a nice, calm environment. So that's a big difference. And the other point is that it's very sustainable. So we're not creating a lot of carbon when we travel slowly because we're sort of settling into a place and then we're just chilling in that place for an extended period of time. So that's what I mean by slow travel. It doesn't mean traveling slowly. It means staying in places longer and traveling less often. All right, so why do I say that's good for me, good for my wife? Why do I say it's good for people? Why do I say it's especially good for people that are retired and want to retire early? So I retired 7 years early from the United States because I sold everything and put that money to work for me. And then I decided to slow travel to lower cost of living countries. So that equation only works if you slow travel. It only works if you sell everything, at least in my case. And it only works if you're traveling predominantly, not exclusively, but predominantly in lower cost of living countries than where I came from, which was the United States. So that's what I'm doing. So that is an immediate benefit, is that it allows you, in my case, to retire early, because I'm doing that. But the real reason is really the cultural immersion and the ability to really get to know a place and get to know its culture, at least begin to get to know its culture. I'm not going to say you know its culture, of course not, but you begin to get to know its culture, some of the language, and really get to know the place and enjoy its characteristics in an unhurried way and deepen that cultural awareness. That to me is fundamentally different from a holiday where you're going to exciting places to do touristy stuff. Not to say that we don't do that. We still do that. Of course we do. I would say we spend, I'd say 2 or 3 times a week, maybe twice a week, we'll do something that a tourist would do. We'll go to a destination, we'll go to an event, we'll go to an experience that a tourist would want to do. We're still doing that, but we're not trying to pack it all into 2 weeks. So a deeper cultural experience is the main reason. I've got 4 more reasons. Stick around to the end. The second one is it's cost effective. So we've been traveling around Southeast Asia, and we take relatively inexpensive flights between the Southeast Asian countries. I've traveled to Europe once during this phase of my life to go to my brother's wedding, and that was expensive. But other than that, we're not taking transcontinental flights habitually, although we will as we move forward occasionally. We're going either across a land border or a seaboarder, sometimes by air in a very cost-effective, geographically smart way. So we're not zigzagging, we're following a natural path as much as possible in order to reduce the cost and to reduce our carbon footprint at the same time. That's point number 2. Point number 3 is well-being. So that is just going slowly, taking care of your mind, taking care of your body, and not stressing about having to do too much in a short period of time. And that's a well-being, and it allows you to be in control of your schedule and in control of where you want to be, when you want to be, and being able to be well within your retirement budget. It takes the stress off tremendously. And my 4th point is opportunities for personal growth. Now, of course, you can have a lot of personal growth by staying in your home country in retirement, and plenty of people do that. This is my personal growth, which is to learn how to become a nomad, learn how to travel on a budget, and learn how to open my mind and expand my ability to embrace different cultures, get out of my comfort zone, and really take that on as a phase of life and be intentional about it. So it's an opportunity, and that's the 4th benefit of this lifestyle. And finally, and this overarches everything else, right? So you have complete freedom, and that can be scary to some people. No one's going to tell you what to do. No one's going to stop you from doing stupid things. And so it's a tremendous feeling of personal freedom. It's also financial freedom. So those 2 things together are liberating, especially in retirement. So that's the 5th benefit of slow travel. And there are probably many, many more. I'm just picking the top 5 I could think of. So I hope you consider carefully retiring as soon as you can. We only have so many days on this planet, and you will never be as healthy and as active as you are right now. And if you'd like to see more of this content, please like and share this video. Bye-bye.